Hey, it's Miss Pritzel, and I'm book talking a nonfiction book today, and it's a military thriller nonfiction. So the name is the code name Johnny Walker is the main title, and then the subtitle is The Extraordinary Story of the Iraqi Who Risked Everything to Fight with the U.S. Navy SEALs. So every war that we fought, we have relied on people who are native to that country to help us in the fight. So when we were fighting the war in Iraq, we had a lot of Iraqis who worked as interpreters, but also did other work for us. So this person's name, we don't know this person's name because his identity needs to be protected. Otherwise, he's still in danger. He and his family. People would think this is not Miss Britzel's type of reading, but I enjoy reading military fiction. I enjoy action adventure movies. So this is not very far out of my realm. It's just I prefer to read fiction. This is nonfiction. So for 8 years, this Iraqi worked with nearly every U.S. Navy SEAL team unit that was deployed in Iraq. He also worked with other special forces, so like Delta Force and things like that. He worked as an interpreter, but these interpreters also did a whole lot of other things, like they understand the culture and things like that. So they provided other things besides interpreting for the special forces. And he did this for 8 years. And this was a man who truly believed he wanted freedom and a better life in his country. Another issue for him is that, and what is a big issue in many countries in the Middle East, is there's different kinds of Muslims. There's Sunni and Shiite are two of the main types, and his wife might be called an interfaith marriage because one is Sunni and one is Shiite. So that has caused some issues for him as well. And sort of led a little bit to his decision. And what's ironic in this is that his ultimate sacrifice in working so hard to free his country and to do the right thing for his country is that he can no longer live in his country. And he was very lucky because not every person who works with the United States in a war is able to come to safety in the United States. We saw that with Afghanistan. But the Navy SEALs that he worked with stood up for him and helped to ensure that he and his family could get out of Iraq and Baghdad. So it's just a really very interesting book, and I've read American Sniper too. I liked the perspective of this having an Iraqi because you get a little bit different perspective of Iraq and what it was, what he felt it should be. Just like I said, it's different from people who are coming in to fight a war and somebody who's living it. This is his home. So I really enjoyed this book. So when I saw it on the nonfiction shelves, I'm like, I got to book talk that one. So you might like this book. If not, or if you're into military thrillers, we've got a lot of books on different wars, especially if you're into World War II. So you might want to check out this book, or if you want something else, I'm always happy to recommend because it's my job to keep everybody reading.